Welcome to another episode of His Wife, Her Husband.
I am Shamika, his wife,
And I am Patrick, her husband. And our purpose is to help you build
and sustain your marriage.
from a biblical perspective.
What say ye? Nothing?
Say ye everything. If you have not grabbed a copy of our interactive Meaningful Marriage Journal, at the moment we have only 5 left. So you want to make sure you get your copy. Make sure you go to our website, which is www.HisWifeHerHusband.net. www.HisWifeHerHusband.net. Grab your copy. All right, here you go.
I miss you. I'm talking to the couples. We miss you. We missed y'all.
So
Patrick got something to say now.
So one of the things that we are big on and that we keep working on is the art of communication within our marriage. It's one of the top things that we teach all the time, and we have several things about marriage that we teach. But today, just for a few minutes, we want to deal with the subject of tone. Y'all know we have several T's about communication, and today in this video, we're just going to deal with tone and how much it really means in the art of communicating with your spouse. Now, here's what I'm thinking in my mind. Your body language can have a tone as well. Do you agree, disagree? Mm-hmm. Because even if you say something and there's an issue, a lot of times when we're dealing with like the three T's of communication, we're typically talking about conflict management, which is one of the things that I think hurts marriage because couples don't know how to deal or how to manage the conflict. And so your tone is a significant thing about what you're saying and where you say it. So at all times, let's pay attention to how we're saying the thing, because it may not be necessarily what we're saying. It may not be where we're saying it. It's like, how did it come across to the spouse? Your tone in which you say it. And I'll say this, and I'll be honest with you. A lot of times we know when we really have a tone with our spouse and when we're trying to have a tone with a spouse. And there'll be times we may not know. But if the spouse feels some kind of way, like really think about it. Like, did I have something? Was I really kind of, or, if the spouse is saying, it sounds like you sound like you got an attitude, or it sounds condescending, that may be the tone. Or here's the one for the husbands. It sounds disrespectful, or it sounds like you're talking to me like a child, and that becomes one of those things that, or you're not my mom. I don't know if any wives ever heard that. When a husband says, "Oh, wait a minute, you're not my mama," typically what we're saying, we feel a little bit disrespectful in that matter. So, yeah, what do you think? Yes, no, maybe?
I think that tone is where a lot of times the talk goes wrong.
Okay.
Rhyming. And to what you were saying, tone can show up. It can show up. It can show up in an undertone or an overtone. What do I mean by that? Sometimes it can be something that you haven't addressed, mm-hmm. that you may have been kind of suffocating or just constantly tabling, and it's stacking. It's an undercurrent. It's just an underworking. Mm-hmm. And it can make you have an attitude to have a tone of some kind of way. Like, I don't know if you all have, I know y'all have. I don't know if any of you have maybe not address something that should have been addressed, and then when it come up, you be like, mm-hmm. So now it wasn't like a obvious.
Is this the
response.
Undertone you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
The undertone can be dismissive. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, it's the silent treatment. That's an undertone too,
okay.
Because you're not actually using your voice, but you are communicating dismissiveness, mm-hmm. or whatever. Then you have the overtone. that means that, listen, I've been holding this in, and it has broken, and now I'm yelling, boy, get out of my face. You doing all that. Now you're doing the most.
Mm-hmm.
And so again, the tone can make the conversation go completely wrong.
Yeah.
So it's so important that in our marriages and in our daily interactions with one another, that we continue to communicate and have a good attitude when we address something.
Mm-hmm.
So then the undertone nor the overtone will take over the conversation.
That's good.
Because before you know it, if you don't address it, then that undertone can be standoffish. It can give the message of get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And by the same token, if you yell at somebody that's an adult that you say you love, then it's like, oh no, I'm not talking to you, because till you get yourself together. And one more thing, and it's interesting that you pick tone, but then I also think about how all the 3 T's, it really do work together.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we don't do the personal responsibility of keeping our own attitude in check, it's going to show up in the tone. It's going to show up in what we say. It's going to show up. So
a T's of communication.
I like that.
Do you really?
I like that, honey.
So what's up?
Yes.
All right, listen. Let us know what y'all think about, tone. How much do you think it plays in marriage and how we communicate with one another?
I was going to say too, and also, I know I spoke about the tone contributing to the conversation going wrong, but then also tone can really play a part in it going right.
That's good.
So in the case where, just like Patrick just had an idea and he said the trinities of communication, and so my involvement, my engagement, my celebration with him in releasing that idea and celebrating, it draws us closer together to explore how to present information. Mm-hmm. So the same can take place even in your marriage. When your spouse come home with some good news or something to celebrate, like, be fully engaged, celebrate them, have a tone that's welcoming, mm-hmm. that's celebratory, because then that makes them want to come back and continue to share their life story with you.
Amen.
So yeah.
That's good. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up to help us with the algorithm. Make sure you share this video with at least 3 people who you think may find value, and we'll see you in the next one. All right. Take care.